morning, everyone. Today is Wednesday, November 16th, 2022. When you guys want to start it off? Okay.
Upon review of exonerations as presented by the Nicholas County Assessor, move to approve accordingly.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone against? Motion does carry.
Upon review of the estate and fiduciary matters as presented by the Nicholas County Clerk, move to approve accordingly unless otherwise noted.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone against? Motion does carry.
That's pretty good. I didn't even see that down there. You caught me. Very nice. Upon submission of budget revisions received from the elected officials and department heads, the commission will take the appropriate action as deemed necessary.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone against? Motion does carry.
Upon review of the invoices as submitted by the various departmental offices, the commission will take the appropriate action as deemed necessary.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone against? Motion does carry. Okay. Our first appointment, we've got a couple minutes yet, so let's take a 5-minute break. Okay. We're back on now with Eric. Okay. Savion and Attorney Chris Hunter. Okay. Regarding the Nicholas County solar panels. Okay.
Hold on.
Recording in progress.
There we go. Okay.
Okay.
Very good.
I'll do a repeat. We're back on now with Eric Miark from Savion and Attorney Chris Hunter regarding some solar panels.
All right, well, thank you very much, gentlemen. Dr. Atkins, appreciate the opportunity to speak and present to you all again about the project. I would just request, though, if we could go into executive session, because I do want to give you an update on the project, and that involves some details about some ongoing negotiations with some real estate matters that I would like to keep confidential.
Okay.
I move to enter into executive session pursuant to West Virginia Code 6-9A-3 and 4, and would like to keep Eric and his counterparts and our legal counsel in the room.
Okay. Okay. We're back out of executive session now. You agree recording now?
I'll make a motion to exit executive session pursuant to West Virginia Code 6-9A-3 and 4. It is 10:22 a.m. and for the record, no decisions were made during that time.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone against? Motion does carry. We're out of executive session. Okay. Tanya didn't show. So we're down to
Garrett?
Garrett. Okay.
Garrett and his Christmas list.
Okay.
I'm doing a couple, just trying to knock a bunch out, then we don't have to do these very long. But I come back with another list. First off is the Parks and Recreation Commission request. We have had what I feel to be an irregular year, and what it really comes down to is we inherited the pool with a number of issues, which included actually they had redesigned the chlorine input for the pool. Well, until later in the year, we came to the realization, thanks to Mary Spencer, that it was actually fresh water consistently coming into the pool. And then the pool was topping out and going into the sewer system. And so we had $3,292 more of a water bill this year versus last year. No leaks that we know of, anything like that. We had the tree located in front of the dining hall that was requested. Let's see here. I had it written down here somewhere. Yeah. The sheriff's truck, within 2 months of receiving it, we had to put over $3,000 into it in repairs. The guy said they didn't want to drive it, this, that, and the other, whatever, and I thought, well, that's crazy. So I actually drove down the road, and I didn't even want to drive to Seattle to get it worked on. And so we had to take it to Total Care, Seattle Tony, and another dealer. The pool pump, James from the city has instructed this park for 10 years now, and the previous management just did not listen. There's a certain way of maintaining that pump. Essentially, you grease it twice a year, for lack of better words. They were greasing it weekly, Well, we go to turn it on this year, and because of that built-up grease, it was not winterized properly and a few other issues. It caught on fire. We had to have it rebuilt. And the pool water system itself, we had to put an additional $2,300 in because of issues with it. So, because of the additional requests on top of what we were doing for the park, and just these cost overruns that we normally would not have, we find ourselves running close on our budget until our next January allotment from the commission. And I've got a lot more things that we've paid for, trying to improve the park that I'm not requesting. But of those requests that I've mentioned concerning the water issue, the tree installed, the pickup truck we had to work on as soon as we got it, the pool pump, the way we found it, and the pool system itself having to be worked on, we had to spend a $12,000 that usually would not have to have been expended. Well, that takes us from our regular, we should be at this time of year at roughly 19,000 to 22,000, and of course that takes us down below 10,000. And with operating costs, stuff of that like, we're coming close to needing financial assistance fast. And so I thought, because of these overruns due to commission give equipment, commission requested, and just us rebuilding the park that we were handed, to request $12,000 to reimburse on those one-time things, just put us back on track and make sure that the park system stays whole, especially considering our updated responsibility of driving to Craigsville for Indian Rocks to maintain that park now as well. And Vice President Kaufman and Manager Stover here, if you all want to add anything, but that's what I take from our financial records, which I can provide you a copy, that we is where we're at because of those situations.
Did you put a different valve, put a valve in there or whatever to ensure that?
We reconstructed the system so it circulates and brings in the chlorine versus fresh water bringing the chlorine into the water system.
Okay.
It recycles its own water.
Right.
Instead of
It's now a part
having
of
to
the
add
pump
new all
system
the time.
itself. So other than topping off the pool, there is no fresh water going in the pool.
Well, that's the way it should be.
Yeah.
Right, that's the way it was originally done. But somehow, we inherited it when we brought Sally back, took over the board, et cetera. We inherited it actually with a freshwater input. And so it's just, we've kept the park up good, I believe. They've been working on Indian Rocks. It's just with these irregular expenditures, we are at an uncomfortable level with our budget.
Okay. All right.
And I'd like to request it out of ARP.
Is your budget not going to increase because of the change in the government topics for the CR?
It went up $3,000 because the majority of that goes to CVDs. Yeah, so we only get really the remainder, and that's after the percentage that goes to Richwood Parks as well. So it did increase, but it is broken down amongst 6 entities.
Yeah. So you're asking
Yeah.
for 12,000?
Yes, yes, I am.
Can we spend coal severance money on
I wouldn't see why not.
that? Because that seems to be increasing rapidly, so I'd rather take it from there.
We may have to move some money around, because I think we don't have it budgeted in, under us. But,
Yeah, we don't.
but other than that, we could take a little time to get it
Yeah,
approved.
we're at 546.
It'll have to go to the state for
It's
approval.
going to get better.
Yeah.
So we
So,
need to take it, we need to keep that in our rainy day fund as much as possible, but I think.
well, coal severance can't go to rainy day.
Let's save those, let's save those ARP funds
Okay.
as much as we can. So
I'm acceptable with coal severance.
Okay.
I can't see, there's no regulation on park and recreation on coal severance.
Okay.
Yeah. And this is a one-time request. This is not something I intend to do And of course, we're talking about different ways to make the park even more financially stable. Because my mission is to even take away the $60,000 that the commission contributes every year to Nicholas Park, just be taken away. And it'd be self-sustaining. And I think next year we've got.
That's why I want to save the waterfront.
Right, right.
Okay, I'll make a motion, we move $12,000 into the park, take it for the whole service.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone against? Motion does carry. Okay.
The New Beginnings Resource Center request, actually, this was a mistake on my part from the previous meeting. I did not bring it with me to Florida, so I didn't have it to present it. Mary Waters presented this to me. Jackie Keffer is the grants coordinator for the New Beginnings Resource Center, which is located in Summersville. It is a free resource to folks that are in need. I mean, there's a certain qualification level to my understanding. But I mean, they say that they just distribute water, food, clothing, infant items, general hygiene items, and more. They get donations from the community. They get a grant from the city of Summersville. And they were just requesting that the commission consider also contributing as well. And I can give you all a copy of this. It explains who the board members are, some of the groups that they've been involved in, and so on and so forth. And so if we could just take this under consideration and revisit it. I just wanted to get on the record. I'll have Patty give us all a copy and we can look it over. But they didn't ask for an exact amount either. So.
And is there any issue with that, with them being a religious organization?
There is not, because it is, I asked them and they did confirm it is separated from the church. It shares a similar name. It is separated from the church as a individual 501c3.
Okay.
But I would like to double check that again if we could.
Can they provide you with a copy of that
They have
designation?
not, but I can request that. And then we can consider, what we
That's
want
fine.
to do.
Definitely down the road.
So if that's okay, I'll give it to Patty.
That's fine.
If you can give us 3 copies.
Sure.
Revisiting the auction of property and vehicles, real quick, just, I know that Commissioner Chapman had taken some information to Mr. Acord, and just, did he give you anything back yet?
He's got something, we just haven't caught up together.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
When we take a break, I'll see if Mary can call him and see if he can come up here and show us.
that's fine. And then
Okay.
on vehicles, I talked to the sheriff, he's fine with cooperating with us on how we, auction the property and the vehicles at the same time. And I do have the old park truck I'd like to auction up. The park board last meeting did vote to do that, and we would just request those funds come back to the park. I mean,
But you don't need,
$200.
you don't need 2 trucks up there. What about since we're going through the diesel truck, 911 up there, do we not want to auction on the sheriff truck too?
We could consider that. Shelley's shaking her head. The one thing I'm looking at is, and this is going to be part of a phase 2 request, just to be totally upfront, is we now have the responsibility with the DNR contract at Indian Rocks that we cannot close access to that park. So there's a foot of snow on the ground, somebody's going to have to go up there and plow it. And so, I'm trying to figure if we can find a local Craigsville business that'll just do it for contract like we have here at the courthouse, or do we need to have a plow truck?
Well, I interpret that 2 different ways, okay?
Okay.
As far as closed access, I mean, with the DNR, that basically you're looking at no trespassing or a gate across the road.
Right, right.
Okay, and as long as, they can have access to it,
Right.
okay, they can walk in if necessary, park outside.
Well, that's true,
walk
that's
in.
true.
The access
And
is
see,
still there, okay?
I think we need to meet with the DNR on that.
Yeah, well, yeah, we've
That part needs
requested
to be
that.
closed at 10 o'clock.
That's what I would like to have,
Yeah.
actually.
Okay.
But that's my consideration on that. But I mean, if we don't think we need a plow truck, then we can explore that option too.
Okay.
Concerning the New River Travel Council, Inc., which is doing business as the Visit Southern West Virginia CVB, we do need to execute that agreement, which is dated for June 30th of 2023, which is kind of our opportunity for them to essentially proved us what they
They
provide.
have that time frame. to
And
prove
she dropped
themselves.
this off, and so I just want to make a motion clarifying that, we give the president the authority to execute this agreement as it's presented here this morning.
Okay.
She stopped by
You made a motion?
yesterday. to
I
say-
did.
Making the motion. Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone against? That motion does carry. Okay.
Commissioner Chapman made the motion.
Yes. Okay.
Good?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
thank you.
Okay, give me a second.
And she wanted you all to fill in the date if you wanted to begin January and lapse or.
I would just
We'll just keep
I'd
it as
just-
was.
retroactive it to July 1st,
Okay.
because we'll have to pay the whole year anyway.
Yeah.
So,
Well, she left it blank and she said it all signed.
yeah, I mean, we'll have to pay the whole year with the contribution. And we paid them in for last year.
So beginning on what date?
I would say July 1st, 2022, because, we're responsible for the whole year anyway, so that
Okay.
verifies it.
It's done. All right.
Oh, there was two of them. One goes back to them, and one stays with us.
All right.
On your left, right on your leg.
Oh. Thank you.
Speaking of auctions, the city auctioned off the 9-acre Jones Hole property for $340,000.
374
With the
after the
commission,
premium.
370, yeah.
So now, the property values are going pretty well.
The park with Jones Hole.
Yeah, the little fishing hole down behind Blue River.
Okay. All right. Looks like we're going to Mary Jane. Mary Jane Williams, Richwood Community Center, operational
All
funding.
three of you have on your desk a copy of Mary
Yes.
Jane's email that she had sent previously.
I may have took that home, but I know I read it, so we're good. Yeah, I took it home.
Okay.
But I did read it, I promise.
That's okay. I have it here too, so.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you
Very
for
good.
having me here. So the Richwood Community Center has made really great strides in a little over a year now, and thanks to several grants and various donations and individuals, we've completed most of the renovations. And we've been open to the community for several events. We had the chamber banquet there, and we've had, through the summer, we had people that used it for different things. And we're here seeking your assistance in providing operational funding through the recovery fund for the next 2 years to help us get our feet on the ground. We've become a vibrant, valuable part of the community. We've been able to provide a venue once again for the itty bitty basketball, which goes through March. We hosted a free dance class through the summer. We had a little mini basketball summer camp for a group of kids. And we had wrestling also. I forgot about the wrestling. And then, like I said, we had meetings and hosted the chamber banquet as well, the chamber banquet, and of course the chamber ramp dinner back in May, which I forgot about that. And most recently, we had a wedding reception there. If you'd seen it on Facebook, it turned out to be a really nice venue. And we're kind of promoting that part of it because it was really convenient. And my daughter, that's what I'm saying, taught me so well. It really was a
There you
great
go.
opportunity to have the wedding in there. So, in addition to the community groups utilizing the building, we're also in the process of establishing an MOU with the school system. I've been talking with Scott Williams, and I'm going to talk with Jean Collins as well to try to get them on board too. That so people approach me all the time. Can we use the gymnasium? I said, well, we don't have insurance, for your group, and that with the school system they'll have their own insurance, and then they can use it like they do in other places across the county. While we have one community group interested in renting the dining room for Thanksgiving, and three more now, renting it for the December, the income still falls short of being able to meet our expenses at this time because we've just newly opened. The estimated cost to operate the center is projected to be $1,400 a month, which includes cleaning fees, utilities, and incidental repairs. We have a donor who will match half of this amount monthly cost, and the city's demonstrating good faith by providing the water, the trash, the sewage, and of course, the insurance, the commercial insurance. So in addition to covering utilities throughout the year, this amount, 700 times a month times 4 to 24 months, which would, I think I did that wrong. No, that's right, 16,800 for operational expenses, will help us support programs and opportunities for nonprofit organizations and senior citizens at minimal or no cost. Just yesterday had someone asking about, can we come in and set up a walking area for the seniors in the gym and other people, you know, to do like little basketball, just open to have basketball available to the kids and that kind of thing. We would want to be able to do that. Several senior citizens have requested access to the gym to walk, and we're also in the process of turning our big bunk room into an exercise room as well. So, and that's a project that's we're engaged in with the Richwood Fire Department and the City of Richwood, the Police Department, who want to use that equipment in there as well. The Community Center Board will continue to supplement and build on this project, and this Community Center Board will also provide a much-needed space for all community and school organizations at a reasonable cost. I hope they're able to help us in providing this valuable space for Nichols County over the next 2 years. We hope that at the end of the 2 years that we will be able to build on our current success and sustain ourselves as an integral part of the community.
I attended the chamber
Banquet.
banquet with Commissioner Atkins and Caleb Hanna and Jimmy Gladwell and Gary Roberts. And the inside of the facility is immaculate.
Thank you.
I have to give you all serious credit on that, because I mean,
It looks good.
Thank you.
yeah, I mean, it looks like a brand new building.
It does.
Really, truly. Really, truly. Someone mentioned the roof to me in passing after the event. So the roof was patched.
It was, yes.
What kind of a lifespan do they think they have on that?
We're working on getting the roof replaced next year through other donors as well, and so, you know, that's,
We're hoping that's
we're hoping
taken
that's
care
gonna
of.
take care of. It's one of those things that we think we have it sewed up, so,
Okay, well, very good.
yeah, but it's gonna need to be replaced soon, especially with the weather they're predicting this year.
It's gonna be a bad winter, yes.
You never know, they're saying it's gonna be a bad one.
Oh, I know. Well, so I called yesterday, it was gonna be snow on the ground, and I thought, oh no, we're not gonna make it over here. So, glad to see it wasn't there.
And I know we've asked you on this project 10 times, and I'm sorry I can't recall. This is a 501c3?
Yes, through the Cherry River Foundation.
Gotcha. Right.
Yeah.
And it's your $700 so you're getting, is that an individual, not another entity?
It's another
The
type
donor, yeah.
yes.
What about your all's hospital fund? I mean, isn't that kind of what that's for, is to help Richwood community?
It's done some, okay. Yeah, well, so we haven't not had a meeting for a while. But it does some things through the year.
It's
Oh,
helped
yeah,
us in
it
many
has,
ways,
it
actually,
has.
the hospital
It has.
board.
Before
yeah.
it helped us, yes.
But it's also one of those times that the money's been invested in. This hasn't been a good year as far as that goes either.
Well, I mean, I don't think 16.8 is an unreasonable request whatsoever, and I mean, this is for 2 years, correct?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I think that, and that's like 2 years gives them a chance.
And I mean, I think that gives them a chance, like you said, you had your first wedding there, this and the other, so
Build on
I'm
it.
okay with it.
Okay. I'm all right too.
So,
I'll go ahead and entertain. a
yeah,
motion.
I'll make the motion to approve funding the Richwood Community Center,
So we're gonna take-
$16,800. That's what I was just thinking about.
Well, the other question is it gonna be a one-month thing, or do you think we should break it up into a couple of payments? I mean, since it's for 2 years,
For 2
should
years,
it come
you
out
could-
of two different
You
budgets?
could do on 2 different budgets on that.
Yeah, I think we can go ahead and pre-approve it,
Right.
but perhaps 2 payments. I mean, does that give you all any issue
Yeah.
with that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I mean, it would just be broken down, 8,400, 8,400. And we can do those, you're requesting for the next 24 months, not
Yes.
like calendar months. So, I mean, yeah, so it would be, a payment of on November 16 of this year and November 16 of next year. Just for example. You might change a day or two. It would probably be my request to take this out of cost severance as well.
All right,
Yes.
okay.
So we'll have to make sure we have it.
Right, and this, in the park, if cost severance is not applicable, then we can always just use ARP,
Yeah,
but preferably cost severance.
I'm good with that. Okay, so that's your motion.
Yes, sir.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone against? Motion does carry.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you all, because like I said, I was really impressed.
Thank you.
I was really impressed.
It's come a long way.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
Definitely, thank you.
Back on again. Cassie, are you ready?
I am.
Okay, you got the floor, girl.
All right.
Okay.
So it's so nice to see you guys. I haven't seen you for a while, and I don't really have anything for you to approve or anything like that, but just wanted to come and give you an update on the Hinkle Mountain Broadband Project. So we've had a breakthrough. The holdup has been the issue of backhaul. The Hinkle Mountain Project originally was going to receive its backhaul from a project in Webster County that has experienced pretty significant delays. So anyways, instead of that, CityNet, your internet service provider, has been able to negotiate an agreement with Shentel to provide the backhaul. So now that that has transpired, working on a operation and maintenance agreement that will be between the commission and CityNet to move the project forward. And so that's what we needed to happen to move it forward, and it is finally taking place. Really wanted to come and give you that update because in the next couple of weeks, we're going to start tying up some loose ends in regards to the environmental. So you'll see some advertisements in the paper that indicate the project has a finding of no significant impact on the environment and that sort of thing. So just wanted to come and keep you posted. As folks see that in the
That's
paper,
good.
they may have questions. But if you have any questions of us, I'm glad to try to answer them, but just really wanted to come give you an update.
That's exciting.
Are you saying
It is.
backhaul,
Backhaul.
Yep.
H-A-U-L?
Yep.
H-A-U-L, yeah. Okay. That's from where they get it. Okay.
So we get this environmental stuff knocked out, and get that operation and maintenance agreement in place. I'm not sure how long that will take, maybe a couple of months going back and forth between meetings.
So we're looking at probably springtime.
Yeah. Usually
Okay.
we have a 90-day bid hold once bids are received. So let's just even say like February 1st, we get it out to bid, we're still looking at March, April, May, maybe before contracts are signed. But looking at a spring construction season, I don't think the project construction itself is anticipated to take very long. I think it was
Should.
like 3 months, because it's mostly hanging fiber on existing poles. There's only one area that's going to be buried, so that won't take a significant amount of time.
Where's that at?
It's on the Forest Service, the
Okay.
area that's to be buried.
I gotcha.
Everything else is on the existing poles.
Right.
And we'll probably come to you sometime in January with some documents to sign that request just like final approval for the environmental and that sort of thing, just some standard stuff for the development office.
Okay. All right.
That's it.
Thank you so much. They'll be glad to hear that.
Yep,
Okay.
that's all I have.
Very good.
Okay.
We like good news when we
Thank you
can
very
find
much,
it, so
Cassie.
thank you for bringing it.
Wanted to come over and fill you in and finally be able to have something really, really awesome to tell you about it.
That's
So
good.
We'll let
Very
you
good.
know.
All right, thank
All
you.
right, everybody have a great Thanksgiving.
Okay. Thank you, Cassie.
And we've discussed this, and just so it's on the record, this is the agreement that was prepared by legal counsel concerning the
Trevor, Joe.
agreement, just saying that, when they use our equipment, they're liable for it, they insure it, they take care of it, maintain it, what have you, with the trail authority. And so if you wouldn't mind to sign that, and I can track down Pete, probably not till
Okay.
next week, is that okay?
Okay.
Because I gotta go to Clarksburg for 3 days. And I'll get that back and.
Why don't you just forward him that, he can sign it, we'll put them both together.
Okay,
Can you put
yes,
one in?
I can do that.
Okay, that's good.
So
Email it to me.
Yeah,
I
let
can
me-
scan it
yeah.
and email it.
let me,
Oh, okay.
we'll figure that out here in a minute.
All right.
Our next thing is at the request of Commissioner Chapman regarding an in-house personnel matter. Assuming we don't need to go to executive session.
I'd like to make a motion to go into executive session, please.
Can I request that only the commission and legal counsel stay in the room?
Yes.
Okay.
Do we need bonding?
And potentially clerk Payne,
Yeah,
if that's okay to be added to
that's
your
fine.
file. Yes, please.
Yep. Okay, all those in favor of the motion?
Aye.
Anyone against? Motion does carry. We're in executive session.
And it's 10:57 a.m.
Okay.
I make a motion we come out of executive session and no decisions were made.
And it's 11:39 a.m.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone against? Motion does carry.
I want to go ahead and make a motion on the basis that we were not advised of a planned absence. An elected official has been on guard duty for well beyond the 30 days that they are entitled to, and we're still needing to investigate a multitude of issues concerning this. I want to make a motion to instruct Clerk Painter to stop that salary at the beginning of next pay period. Instruct the secretary to deliver a letter to Clerk Painter to that effect. And that's my motion.
Okay. All right. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone against? The motion does carry. Okay. Yeah. We want to.
Now for fun things. No. We have with us Mr. Ben Spurlock from Senator Joe Manchin's office. So Ben, if you'd like to take the floor.
Hi everybody, my name is Ben Spurlock, Regional Coordinator for Senator Joe Manchin. It's a pleasure to be here with all of you this morning on behalf of Senator Manchin to recognize one of your very own here in Nicholas County. There is no question that this past year has been one of challenge and difficulty for the people of this community, especially our brothers and sisters in law enforcement and their friends and families. And all too often these sacrifices of our first responders go under-recognized, if not unrecognized. So today, on behalf of Senator Manchin, County Commissioners, and the Sheriff's Department, I ask Corporal Jared Bennett to join me up front. And I want to give a very big thank you to the Sheriff's Department and Commission for allowing us to do this and working in coordination with this. Corporal Bennett's been with the Sheriff's Department for a number of years, and his reputation for professionalism and selflessness precede him with the utmost excellence. And your sacrifices to your brothers in arms, in uniform, and your neighbors in your community have no doubt made not only Nicholas County, but the state of West Virginia a much safer place. So as a token of gratitude for your service and all you have given to us, I present to you a flag that the Senator had flown over the United States Capitol in your honor for all of your service and efforts to this community, and a certificate stating the following. This is to certify that the accompanying flag was flown over the United States Capitol at the request of Senator Joe Manchin III. This flag was flown in honor of Corporal Jared Bennett in recognition of his many years of dedicated service to the citizens of Nicholas County, and to honor his heroic actions in saving countless lives. Thank you for your undying commitment to making our communities and great state a safer place to work, live, and raise a family, United States Senator Joe Manchin. So on behalf of our staff and all of us here, thank you for everything you've done.
Thank you.
I might want to get a few photos of you.
Okay.
Sure, there as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Get him in the middle.
Ready? All right.
You guys are sneaky, go to see.
Why
Why do you think I appreciate that?
Tell me about it.
Appreciate it. Yeah, thanks a lot. Thank you.
You were clean shaven last time.
I know. It's hunting season.
Appreciate it.
Contact Barney.
Yeah.
Things. I thought we were about to
Well, you get that jacket off.
Yeah.
Very personal.
Congratulations. Y'all do enjoy yourselves.
All right, we will, thanks. Appreciate it, guys.
Congratulations. Well done. I do. I want to just commend Nettie Fire Department on the situation. We'll just leave out because it doesn't matter who or what it was for. But I know that all of our departments in the county go above and beyond every day. And that's something I got to experience here recently in their backing up their counterparts in law and EMT and other emergency services. So I appreciate Nettie Fire Department for their multitude of members' dedication in all of our departments in Nicholas County.
Okay. Anything else? All right, I need a motion to adjourn then.
So moved.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Anyone against? Motion carries. We are adjourned.